are the blueberries in the pie sweeter than the fresh blueberries?
Maybe there's added sugar.
Nope, there's no sugar in here. I checked the label. There's only sucrose, fructose, glucose. Don't stand so close.
Sorry. Well, looks like we're gonna have to explore foods that are sweet.
Today, Lily makes a frozen treat that's naturally sweet.
Avery gets sweet on maple syrup.
That's delicious. And watch out for flying pancakes in our flapjack flip-off. Sweet!
Taste buds. We love to cook and we love to eat. We are the taste buds. We can't be beat. We're in the kitchen and hanging out to find out what food is all about. Taste buds. Enjoy the fun. We're always turning up the heat. Taste buds. Food to explore. There's always something good to eat. Taste buds.
What's wrong with Chillbot?
Oh, I reprogrammed him to warn us when we're making bad food choices. Cool, huh? Well, what you've got there is a snack with some sort of problem.
I don't see what's wrong with my root beer float. Looks pretty good to me.
Soda pop has lots of sugar. If you read the label, you'll find ingredients like glucose and fructose. Any word ending with "ose" indicates added sugar, and they're listed first, which means they're a pretty big part of the drink. Some soda pops have 10 spoonfuls of sugar in one can. Honestly, if I drank one of those, I'd be bouncing off the walls.
10 spoonfuls of sugar couldn't be that much.
Well, let's test it.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whoa, there was that much sugar in my drink? Don't worry, I'm not gonna drink this. This is for science. Gross. But I still really like things that are sweet. I wonder what would happen if I got rid of all my sweet taste buds.
Sorry, Lily. No can do. You already know that our mouths are covered in taste buds. Scientists used to think certain parts of our tongue told us something was sweet. Now we know that each of the 10,000 taste buds in our mouths sense all flavors. Whether it's sweet like maple syrup, salty like chips, bitter like parsley, or sour like lemons. The good news is, sweet foods like bananas and peaches are nutritious, as they contain helpful vitamins, so we can enjoy a sweet treat without getting hung up about it.
I wonder if I can actually make something that's sweet, but good for me too.
What about homemade orange soda pop? You just take a spoonful of fruit juice concentrate, the kind without added sugar, add soda water, stir it up, and voila! But first,
Okay, I'm just gonna scoop a spoonful of this orange juice concentrate without sugar into the cup. What's next?
you pour in some soda water.
Okay. Tell me when it's enough.
I will. That's perfect.
And now I mix it up, right?
Give it a good little stir.
Quite a good little stir. Whoa, that looks good. But what will Chillbot say about our new snack option?
Ha! There you go.
All right, just top it off with some fruit and an umbrella. Done.
Well, why stop there? We could make some frozen yogurt and you could still have your float.
Hey, Chillbot gave us the recipe for frozen banana yogurt in a bag.
All right, we just put the salt in with the ice in a large zippered bag.
Then we mash this banana in the small bag. Okay, now we can add the yogurt. And then the vanilla. And then add the honey. It's only 3 spoonfuls of honey compared to the pop can's 10 spoonfuls of sugar.
Now we seal the small bag and place it into the large bag. And we give it a shake.
So how does this work exactly?
Well, you see, the rock salt is a coarse salt that's also known as ice cream salt. The salt melts the ice until it's way colder than ice, and it absorbs all the heat from the yogurt until it's a frozen treat.
Cool. I mean, freezing.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
All right, now be careful when you open it, or you're gonna have a salty frozen treat. Yeah.
Whoa, this is awesome. Homemade frozen yogurt. Thank you.
All right, I can't wait to try these. Ah! Ice cream headache! Biggest stop!
Okay, just put your thumb on the top of your mouth like this.
Wow, how'd that work?
Okay, well, when you eat something cold, it makes your blood vessels kind of frozen. So when you stick your thumb in there, it warms them up and it makes everything okay.
Can I just wear a hat?
No.
Okay, I'll just eat it slower then.
Okay, maybe not that slow. Hey, Chillbot, could you please get me foodie file number 108A? Sugar shock. Chillbot signaled a sweet problem with my root beer float. Too much added sugar. So Matt and I got back on track with a fabulous fruit juice and frozen yogurt float. So how's Chillbot now? He's chillin'.
For this and other recipes, visit www.tastebudsTV.com. Ah, the Maple Forest, the sweetest place on earth, home with a sugar shack. These maple trees are filled with sweet syrup. Hi, I'm Avery.
Well, hello, Avery. I'm Eric. Welcome to Siloam Orchards.
Well, maybe you can help me, because I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. I need to find out how the sweet syrup comes out of these maple trees.
Well, I'm your man, and you're in the right spot, Avery. Why don't we go have a look, and I can show you all about it.
Awesome.
After you.
So what's it like living on this maple farm?
Well, it's lots of work, that's for sure.
So what do we do?
Well, here we have the top of maple tree, Avery. This tree is old enough for us to tap. We don't want to tap the real small trees because it will hurt them. But a tree this size, we can put 1 bucket on this and it won't hurt the tree at all.
Cool. So,
Away we go.
yeah.
Stand back. I'll tap the tree. You can tap in the spile.
Okay.
We have a nice hole in the tree there, it's, about 1 inch deep, and you can see it's dripping sap already. So if you can tap that spile
Okay.
into the tree, what we do is we tap it in gently, not to harm the tree, just far enough so it will be secure. Very good. That's good. I'll hold the lid up.
And
you
put
can
the bucket under?
hang the bucket on the hook, and bang, we have maple sap ready to take back into the sugar shack and boil into maple syrup.
Awesome. So how long does it take to fill the bucket?
Dripping like that about once every second, that bucket can fill twice a day.
Well, I'm a little pressed for time, so what do you think we could do to speed this process up?
What do you say we close this lid up so the snow and rain does not get in there, let that one drip for the rest of the day, and we can go collect some maple sap from the buckets that are already full.
Okay. history buff who discovered this sweet stuff.
Legend has it, maple syrup was discovered by an Aboriginal warrior who stuck his tomahawk into a tree overnight, and the next morning, his wife used the sap that came out of the tree to cook meat. It was sweet!
Thanks, history buff. Hey, Eric, why isn't this stuff sweet?
Well, that's just the sap, and the sap is 97% water, only about 3% sugar in the sap. To turn it into the maple syrup, we need to boil about 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. Whoa. We do that back at the Sugar Shack.
Can we go do that?
We can do that right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this hose and put it up into the collection tank inside. And if you can put that suction hose, Avery, into the collection tank there, we can pull that sap out of this 500-gallon tank and pump it up inside, ready to turn the sap into maple syrup.
So how does sap turn into maple syrup?
First thing we have to do is get a big fire going so we can boil the sap. That's the key, is boiling the sap to turn it into maple syrup.
Boiling.
We do this with wood.
Whoa.
We have a big wood fire going here. I'll open the door. So why don't you stoke the fire for me, Avery?
Okay.
We have a long piece of wood there. You can fire that piece of wood into what we call the evaporator, which will get the sap boiling. Fire that in. This is very hot. We don't want to touch this. We'll close these doors.
And how hot does that fire have to be?
As hot as we can get it. The more sap we have, the faster we have to boil it, so the more fire we build under there.
So where did the sap go that we collected?
The sap from the bush that you and I collected is up in this tank here. That's going to feed into this big unit that we call the evaporator. The sap is going to start boiling as soon as it feeds in there. And in these pans in here, which we call the syrup pans, there's only a little bit of steam coming off, but that's the water evaporating from the sap, and the sugar is staying behind, getting thicker and sweeter. Going to feed in there as raw sap, which is only, remember, 3% sugar.
97% water.
Correct. When it comes out this tap over here, it's going to be 67% sugar.
Whoa.
And if you want, you can open that valve and see if we have any maple syrup ready. There we have some maple syrup ready to be filtered.
And it's a lot darker than it was before.
Darker and sweeter, and when that cools, will be thick, ready to pour on your pancakes. We just have to filter that, pour it into the bottles, and it's ready for our pancake.
Can I taste some of the filtered stuff?
After all that hard work in the bush, let's go have some.
All right.
Well, now we had some maple syrup. Here's a treat maybe you've never had before. This is maple toffee.
Maple toffee.
Maple toffee. We've boiled that maple syrup just a little bit further, made it a little bit thicker. I'm going to pour this on the snow, and you can roll that up in a spoon. Ooh. Twirl that up and have a taste of that.
You just roll it up.
You can roll that up. This is a treat that the native peoples of this land used to make centuries ago. This was their only sweet treat of the whole season when they would make the maple sugar. Isn't that fabulous?
That's delicious.
That's all from that watery sap we collected in the bush. Is that sweet?
That's so good.
Is that mapley? Well, I have a special treat for you. How about you take this one home? Here's some maple syrup that we've made today.
Nice.
You can take that home and pour that on your pancakes.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks, Avery.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Foodie found number 108B, tapping into a sweet thing. And it's a good thing I had a guide at the Sugar Shack. Without him, I might have got lost in the maze of trees. I had no idea how much goes into making our breakfast and brunches a little sweeter. Best of all, I now know the secret to making maple taffy. Say, I wonder if I could make that at home. Gotta go. Ready to make some pancakes?
A whole lot of pancakes, which is why I brought a whole lot of syrup.
But Lily, that's table syrup, which is okay, but doesn't have the same flavor of a real maple syrup, like this one.
But that doesn't seem like a whole lot of syrup for the two of us.
For the three of us! Do you guys really think I missed the two of you going head-to-head in Taste Bud's first ever flapjack flip-off? What is it, the name? Because I also thought of Pancake Party and Hot Cake Hoedown.
No, Matt, it's not the name.
The names are great.
But it's just the competition. We were thinking of working together to make the most perfect pancakes ever.
Yeah, it's just that working together to make perfect pancake state just doesn't really have the same ring to it.
Well, I like it. Chillbot, the pancake recipe, please.
Okay, let's split this evenly. I'll mix the dry ingredients if you mix the wet ingredients.
Sweet. But first,
Okay, guys, the first ingredient is flour. The second ingredient is flour.
what?
Well, the recipe calls for white flour and whole wheat flour. I wonder why.
Maybe because it's healthier. Whole wheat flour is better for you, remember?
But then why even use white flour? Why don't we just use whole wheat flour?
Well, whole wheat flour is a lot heavier than white flour. By itself, it would make the batter just too dense for pancakes.
I get it. You mix the two together so you get healthy pancakes that are still light and fluffy.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna add the white flour, then the whole wheat flour. Now, for the salt and the baking powder. Now we mix it all up. So, Avery, what are you doing?
I'm gonna crack this egg into the bowl. Oh no, I dropped a shell in there. I can never get those out.
Matt taught me this really cool technique. You take a half of the shell and you scoop it out. Try it.
Hey, it worked. Thanks, Matt technique. Now I'm just gonna add the milk, some canola oil, some maple syrup, yummy, and some vanilla. Now just mix it all up.
I'll preheat the griddles. A frying pan would also work fine, too.
Okay, now I mix these two together. In it goes. Now mix it all up. All right.
Oh, this looks so good. I'm gonna eat 1,000,000 pancakes.
First of all, eating 1,000,000 pancakes would be really unhealthy. Second of all, I don't think anybody could eat that many pancakes.
All right, instead of eating the most pancakes ever, I'll make the sweetest instead.
How?
By adding my favorite sweet treat, fresh fruit.
So, Matt, what do you think? Should we cook it on the griddle along with the batter, or should we pile them on top after they're cooked?
Well, we have two griddles. Why don't we do it both ways?
Great idea. I'll split the batter in half.
And I know just the fruit to use. Ha!
All right, time for some fruit-free pancakes to go on the griddle.
Here's a kitchen trick. If you use a measuring cup for your batter, your pancakes will come out the same size every time.
Stoves are hot. Get a grown-up.
So, Avery, how are those fruity pancakes coming?
Great, I'm using a pancake press.
Sweet!
This batter is really thick.
I just put some blueberries on it. And these bubbles mean they're ready to flip.
These are almost perfect pancakes.
I'm making small pancakes, and you're making big pancakes.
Those almost ready?
Yeah! Oh, perfect pancake. Another perfect pancake.
These ones are ready, too. That one was better. Can't wait to try these.
Me neither.
The berries are gonna make these ones really like squishy and fruity.
And sweet. Oh, this one's starting to bubble. That one's perfect too.
How's it going over here?
Pretty good. These ones are done.
All right. All right, here's some fresh cut fruit for Lily's pancakes.
Thanks, Matt. I'm gonna take banana. There, banana-fied.
They sure look perfect.
Well, let's taste them.
The two flours worked like a charm. Even with the whole wheat flour, it's light and fluffy.
And the berries are so sweet and soft, and they're all smooth. They're just great. And now I know why blueberry pie is so much sweeter than fresh berries. Added sugars, listed by names like glucose and fructose, or in this case, maple syrup.
Now, I know this wasn't a competition, but if it were,
Mine wins!
Okay, for a perfect compromise, we would have the fruit-filled pancakes with the fresh fruit on top.
Exactly. With that much fruit, who needs maple syrup?
happy working together to make perfect pancakes day, everyone.
Let's dig in. Hey, Chillbot, could you please get me foodie file number 108C? Working together to make perfect pancakes day. You guessed it. We decided to set our rivalries aside today and make some amazing pancakes as a team. Needless to say, it worked out pretty well. And we both agree the natural sweetness of fruit is best.
For this and other recipes, visit www.tastebudsTV.com.